He's got the upper class, walking on broken glass. He'll do it all for fun, just taking the money and run. You're reviewing bitches ain't got no swagger, so make way for David the Ranter. David. The ranter. He's back, so all you haters beware. David. The ranter. He's back, so all you haters beware.
Hello everybody, welcome to the most hated stuff. This is David the Ranter, back with another I Hate commentary. That's right folks, although I am still yet to have done a rant video about something in life that I really hate, even after more than a year on YouTube, there is yet another video out there that I am targeting for a commentary. This commentary I will be doing is on a multi-degree commentary video that someone did in response to my previous commentary. Oh my god! When the fuck will this debate come to an end? I'm really getting sick and tired of having to fight over something as stupid and retarded as a goddamn commentary. I'm supposed to be a hatred renter, not just a commentator. But wait, if someone must be commentating on that legit commentary of mine, in which I was really showing that know-it-all moron named Modern Dave how the commentary before was done, this guy must have some new and really good reasonings and a really important resource as to anything that supports against my commentary, right? Wrong. This bastard is just as dumb, if not even dumber than Modern Dave. Even worse, after watching another commentary that someone else did on the same exact video, this guy is also proven to be a complete copycat. I won't be doing a commentary on that other video, but I'm sure someone else here at the Most Hated Stuff will do one. Anyway, this guy's channel name is Dirtbikeredden, but since he's just too fucked up and can seem to act like a professional, I'm going to be calling him Mr. Douchebag. It's also easier for me to remember. Anyway, for this commentary on Mr. Douchebag, I will be doing it with a couple of partners. First up, I would like to introduce you to my brother, Alex the Ranter.
Hey y'all, ready to get pissed off? Cause I sure as hell know I'm gonna be getting pissed off after watching that Batman dude's commentary.
Also commentating with me, but will only appear at certain parts in the video, here's TheUncleHammer.
Hello folks, did you miss me?
Alright, since some ignorant people are willing to complain, I just want everybody to know that I don't give a shit how long this video ends up being. I really don't. The only thing that matters is that we get this commentary done. Well, we're all ready to go here, so let's begin.
Hey guys, what is up? So today I am going to be commentating on David the Ranter. Well, technically his username is the Most Hated Stuff, but he goes by the name of David the Ranter, so that's what I'm going to call him. Who is this guy? Well, as you can tell from his name, he is obviously a ranter, even though he hasn't made an actual rant video.
Yet.
And he just made a bunch of weird videos, and then a couple of commentaries. Let's talk about his commentaries. So the first commentary that he did was on Pit Rock 56, which was a commentary on TheUncleHammer, which was a commentary on Ben the Looney's rant on modern movies. And I gotta say, David's commentary, first commentary anyways, was pretty bad.
Well, at least it's not as bad as your shitty video. And this is my opinion.
And then Modern Dave did a commentary on that commentary, and then David the Ranter made a follow-up commentary on Modern Dave's commentary on David the Ranter's first commentary. And to give you a heads up, David the Ranter, just like TheUncleHammer, uses Speakonia for both of his commentaries. Not just one of his commentaries, but both of his commentaries. Yeah, just be prepared for that.
Since when did using Speakonia become dangerous?
And I'm going to go more into detail about why Speakonia is not a good tool to use for commentaries. Oh, and the video guest stars TheUncleHammer. God, where do I begin with TheUncleHammer? If you've seen any of TheUncleHammer's commentaries, you would know that his commentaries suck so much dick. Like, they suck a ridiculous amount of dick.
Go fuck yourself, Mr. Douchebag.
And he is, in my opinion, the worst commentator I have ever seen. Well, second worst. That title now goes to Keith Wickman.
Well, I'm just lucky I'm not Keith Wickman.
And as I said earlier, this will be a multi-dimensional commentary. A 6-degree multi-dimensional commentary to be exact, and the list of degrees goes as listed.
I forgot to mention this. If you don't see a number at the bottom right of the screen, that's how you know it's my current part of the commentary.
And as you can see here, I've highlighted the 3rd to 5th degree in red. Everything that's highlighted in red will be the focus of the video, and I will cut everything else out of the commentary due to time.
What the fuck? Did he just say what I thought he just said? He's going to be skipping Alex, just like modern Dave?
I'm afraid he did. Looks like you're right, Alex. I guess we are going to be pissed off from watching Mr. Douchebag's commentary. This should be disturbing.
But I will summarize everything that I skip in the video in the form of text during my skipping card so no one is confused, and I will also put numbers at the bottom of the screen so everyone is on the same page. With that said, let's begin the commentary, shall we?
Greetings, people of YouTube. Welcome to the most hated stuff. This is David the Ranter, back with another I Hate commentary. Although I originally did not plan on doing another commentary for a while and had anticipated on doing my first ever I Hate Rent video, I just recently discovered a commentary that someone did on my previous commentary video. And I'd have to say, my commentary video to him was like a very long book that this guy had major difficulty reading. Because at some parts in the video, he acts like a complete retard at some of the most simplest points. If you don't believe me, just wait until you see the video.
Actually, it's the other way around.
Says you.
Also, can you tell me how he's being a retard? He used logic and evidence to debunk your claims. Quite successfully, might I add.
Bullshit. Also, modern Dave was being a retard because almost everything he's saying is bullshit. Jesus fucking Christ. How I hate skip screens so fucking much. In fact, Mr. Douchebag's skip screens in this video are actually worse than modern Dave's frequent skip screens in his commentary video on me. How, you may ask? Well, the small red text that appears in Mr. Douchebag's skip screens are more difficult to read, seeing how they're so fucking tiny. At least the white text that appeared in modern Dave's skip screens were more clear and were a lot easier to read. But the skip screens in this video, not even fucking close.
Seriously, dude. You really gotta do something about that. Better yet, don't half-fast the fucking video at all. You're gonna be around for a long time, you're not dying or anything, so stop acting like it's such a big deal to do a commentary more than 30 minutes long.
So instead, I'm doing a commentary that, PitRox56 requested for me to do.
Let me guess, was PitRox56 too much of a pussy to make a commentary on his own that he had to ask someone else to do one for him?
Probably because PitRock56 didn't have the time or patience to watch your commentary because of the fact that it's almost 40 minutes long.
That's no reason to be giving everybody a bullshit excuse like that. And you know what? I'd like to send a little message to everybody. Not just to PitRox56 modern Dave and you, but to everybody watching this video right now. If you don't have the time and patience to do a commentary, then just don't even bother making the fucking commentary. Also, if you want a commentary done, then just do it yourself and don't hire other people to do your dirty work. Have I made myself clear?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't care if a commentary is 40 minutes or not, as long as it's informative and entertaining. The problem with your commentary, however, is that it's none of those things. Nobody's gonna want to watch a 40-minute video if it's boring and redundant.
Mr. Douchebag, that's just your own opinion. Quit acting like it's a dead-on fact. Next time, be more specific and just explain that you're describing how the video is in your own opinion.
Wow, I can't believe this shit. PitRox56 had the balls to do a commentary on one of my commentary videos. But then when you did a commentary on his commentary, and PitRox56 wanted to respond to it, he tried to chicken out and thought he could get away with it by hiring Modern Dave to do the response commentary instead of PitRox doing it himself. What a fucking coward! Seriously, I'm really starting to believe PitRox56 is nothing but a fucking coward. A big fucking hit and run coward.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with PitRock56 requesting Modern Dave to do the commentary for him. He probably didn't even want to waste the time and effort to make a commentary since he does have better things to do. And you do realize he has a life, right? Probably has a job outside of doing commentaries and YouTube.
First of all, yes, there is something wrong with hiring someone to do the commentary for him. Like I just said not too long ago, if you can't do the commentary yourself, then don't even bother with the subject. Second, of course I realize that he probably has a job out in the real world. I have a life outside of YouTube, as well as a job, and I myself can be a very busy guy sometimes. This is one of the reasons why I still haven't made my hatred rents yet. But that doesn't mean I'll never make them. Otherwise, me starting this channel in the first place would be pointless.
And can you really blame him? David's first commentary was almost 40 minutes long, and it had no reason for being that long.
Where do I begin? Have you ever heard of coincidence? Because that's what this was. The fact that my previous commentary was 40 minutes long was nothing more than a coincidence. Also, you know I don't half-fast things with my videos. The length of the video should be no big deal to everybody.
Also, I'm going to be using Toothless for multi-degree commentaries. Did I mention this was a multi-degree?
Yep, as we the commentators already know.
Well, if you hate them so much, why are you making one?
That right there is a pretty dumb flaw, as he apparently mistaken the Most Hated Stuff's commentary series title for just some random statement. However, I actually cleared that part up with him before doing this commentary, so I'll just let that one slide.
Well, if the problem has already been resolved, then why the fuck bring it up? It's really pointless to bring up a problem if it's already been resolved.
It's actually not pointless to bring up this particular problem, and here's the reason why. Just because we know the problem was resolved, that doesn't mean all the viewers know. This problem was resolved through a couple of comments that I posted on Modern Dave's video. That statement I made was used to inform the viewers that I had a problem with that part of the video, but then everything was cleared up just prior to making the video.
Wow, that is too easy.
Hello everybody on YouTube, welcome to the Most Hated Stuff. My name is David. More professionally, David the Ranter. I am the official avatar for the Most Hated Stuff's videos. I will be the one discussing all of the controversial topics concerning the everyday things in life that I really hate the most. And instead of using my own voice, I will be going in the futuristic direction by portraying my voice using Speakonia.
Speakonia, the way of the future. That has been around since 1995.
What I meant in that statement about my voice was, because Speakonia and other forms of speech text sounds computerized and can state whatever words you type in, it's as if it seems futuristic.
Yeah. Also, this guy takes a long time to say what the video is about, so I'll shorten it for you. So the original video is Ben the Looney's rant on why modern films are evil. Then UncleHammer decided to do a commentary on it, which sucks. And then PitRocks56 decided to do a commentary on that, which was okay. And then we have this guy's horrible commentary on it, and then there's me commentating on this one right now. There, I just saved you 1:32 seconds of your life. Happy?
Sure, whatever, asshole.
Really? You're seriously gonna call him an asshole for being straight to the point with the background of the video?
Why not? After all, Modern Dave deserved it. What are you laughing at, buddy? Did someone tell you a hilarious joke or something?
You know, I originally did not.
You should probably wait until he finishes.
So basically you're gonna be a smartass towards Modern Dave for giving you helpful advice. Real mature, buddy.
You know, this is the part that really cracks me up the most. Mr. Douchebag couldn't see the message I wrote here, explaining why I had said what I was saying at this part of the video, but he could see the sarcastic message I wrote in response to Modern Dave's pointless statement. Sounds pretty whacked if you ask me. Anyway, I was acting like a smartass towards Modern Dave, because this asshole was giving me helpful advice that I didn't even fucking need. But I can clearly see that maybe this was far too difficult for you to figure out.
When I first saw the video, it made me laugh my butt off so hard that...
There, the video just answered your question.
I originally did not want it to do this at all. But since it is so hilarious that it would make you piss your pants...
You mean like this?
I'm sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
And if you really thought the video was hilarious, that should mean it was good, right?
So if I say that knowing is so bad it's funny, which it is, that means I think it's actually good? Apparently this guy has never heard of camp before. Besides, if something is funny, that doesn't mean that it's good or has problems. Hell, I find Billy Madison funny, but that doesn't mean I think it's a good movie.
Looks like you failed to recognize my sarcasm overall in that sentence. But I guess I'm not too surprised about it since I'm using Speakonia, where I don't really expect my sarcasm to be all that great. I really wish Speakonia had a sarcasm mode for the voices.
Yeah, me too.
Or, and I know this is a crazy fucking thought, but hear me out. Or, you can stop using Speakonia.
No deal, Bennett.
I am sorry, but that is such a terrible tool to use for commentaries because it really makes you come off as stupid whenever you try to make a joke or you're trying to be sarcastic. It's fucking garbage, dude.
You can say that shit all you want, but you'll never convince us to change our minds about using Speakonia.
Well, that was pretty ironic.
Yeah, that's about as ironic as rain on your wedding day. P.S. It's not.
What the fuck is this? Who does this guy think he is, a fucking cheater? And why the hell should it matter if the video is 40 minutes long?
Yeah, that is such bullshit.
Well, if your video was informative, then nobody would have cared if your video was 40 minutes long. But here's the problem. It's not.
You know, for someone who uses the opinion card, you really don't keep that in mind. I should know, because I once made the same mistake. Also, in my opinion, anything that says my commentary was not informative is complete bullshit. I was informing people about the holes in modern Dave's points on my first commentary video.
I mean, yeah, the first commentary I ever did on Ben the Looney's rant on the Dark Knight trilogy was about as long as both of your commentaries.
Funny you should say that, because that video was actually uploaded on the same day as my commentary on Modern Dave.
But here's the major difference between my commentary on Ben the Looney and your commentaries on both Pit Rock 56 and Modern Dave. I wasn't just commentating on his video for the entire 36 minutes. I actually spent the first 30 minutes commentating on the first 15 minutes of Ben's actual video, then skipped the last 5 minutes since it had no reason to be in there. But then I spent the last 6 minutes commentating on the points that he added in the description and one of the comments he made. And the reason why it worked phenomenally well as a 36-minute commentary is because the commentary wasn't redundant as fuck, and I didn't repeat the same point over and over and over again. I was consistently bringing up new points, and I was consistent with my points, and most importantly, I was very, very straight to the point with my counter-argument.
The first part of what you just said was not a difference at all. That was more of a similarity. I spent a decent amount of time commentating on the whole video itself. The only difference was I did the full package and did not skip any parts of the video that you may have thought was pointless to have in the commentary. But on that first part, you and me were even.
You, on the other hand, spent half of the 2 commentaries you did repeating the same point you've already made.
Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. I did not repeat myself on any of my commentaries. I have absolutely no history of doing so. And if you really believe I did, then why don't you show some legit evidence of me doing so? And then I'll judge what you believe is evidence and tell you what was really going on.
Both of your commentaries were redundant as fuck and could have very easily have been split in half.
This is the most hated stuff, you prick. Videos like this don't get split in half. Also, you really need to say that it was in your opinion that you thought the commentary was redundant as fuck.
If you think this video skip screen pisses you off, it gets much worse. This asshole skips many fucking times in this goddamn video. Just proving how much of a commentary cheater he is.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It makes me laugh every time David calls Modern Dave a commentary cheater. Because he did exactly what any commentator should do. So basically he was following the rules.
Rules? What rules? There are no fucking rules with making a commentary. Commentaries are used to comment and make statements on the subject of a video the commentators are watching. But when a commentator decides to be a smartass and skip parts of the commentary, whether those particular parts were important or not, that can be a huge and very annoying problem for the viewers. I called Modern Dave a commentary cheater, because he did most of the commentary half-assed. No commentator should ever skip any part of a video they are commentating on. Ever.
Therefore, not being a commentary cheater. And besides, it's not like he skipped anything that was worth anyone's time anyway.
That's not the point, Mr. Douchebag.
Also, if you plan on making more commentaries, then you need to do some serious research on how the commentary community works and how to make a valid commentary.
Refer to what I said earlier. There are no rules in making a commentary. And if you really believe that there are rules, then I gotta say, the commentary community is such bullshit.
Because the thing that you need to know is that there are times when commentators have to skip parts of the video they're commentating on. And there are different reasons why they might have to skip over someone's video. Here's some examples. 1. Because a certain part of the video might be off topic. 2. Someone's point or any part of the video drags on for way too long. 3. To keep the commentary at the time frame it needs to be to keep the audience's interest. And 4. If someone is repeating themselves or the video is overall redundant.
Dude, can you please tell me? Why the fuck would you even bitch about people's motivations for why you claim they are required to skip certain parts of the video? First of all, it should not even matter if a part of the video is off topic. Just don't half-fast the fucking video, period. Second, there is no time frame for the commentary. The time frame for a commentary should be indefinite. And finally, keep your opinions to yourself.
What was the point of that? All you did was add to what Pidrock said. There really was no point in what you've just said. 2. I'm pretty sure Pidrock knows there are commentaries worse than the one he's doing.
Really, dude? If Pidrock knows that there are worse commentaries out there, then why the hell would he be calling TheUncleHammer's commentary incredibly awful? I never even heard him say something like, but at least this commentary isn't as bad as this other guy's commentary.
1. If he only said that the commentary was incredibly awful, then there's no point in saying that there are worse commentaries out there, since he's not even implying that this is the worst commentary out there.
Actually, Pidrock was pretty much giving off the impression that it was like the worst commentary he had ever seen. Especially when he stated at one point that he thought TheUncleHammer's commentary was worse than this guy on YouTube, with a very long and very confusing username that is so much of a mouthful that I can't even remember his username.
And if he thought that it was, then he would have flat out fucking said it. 2. Even if he said that TheUncleHammer's commentary was one of the worst he has seen, it's only his opinion. It's not like it's fact, and yet you're getting mad as if he was trying to pass it off as fact.
Well, after trying to pass off your point of view on my previous commentary as facts, saying that the video is redundant as fuck, then that makes you a big hypocrite. In fact, I even heard Pidrock say that TheUncleHammer was worse at commentaries than this guy on YouTube that had a very long username that was really hard to remember. No offense, but you're a fucking moron. And yes, there was a solid purpose to all of that I just said in the video.
I honestly have no idea who you were calling a moron because of the way you worded that phrase, so I'll just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. If you were calling Pitrock56 a moron... No. Really? You're seriously gonna call him names just for expressing his opinions? Also, if you're gonna call him a moron for comparing TheUncleHammer to someone else, then you really should have gone back and looked for the guy's name and put his channel in the description so you would have had a more legitimate argument, as if it would have been a legitimate argument to begin with. If you were calling Modern Dave a moron...
Correct.
Then how is he a moron? He was just pointing out an obvious error in your commentary. And Modern Dave is completely right. What you said didn't have any purpose in being in the commentary, since it only added to Pitrock56's argument rather than debating it, which is why I skipped it.
What are you, taking his side? Because Modern Dave did not point out any actual errors in my commentary. He thought he was, but he really wasn't. And yes, like I said before, there was absolutely a solid purpose to all that I said in that part of the video. I did not add to Pitrock56's argument at all. I was testifying against it.
Like UncleHammer, Pedrox is a veteran YouTuber who has done commentaries on commentaries before. 3. Right in the middle of all critic reviews. Ignoring that critics should be a plural, what critics? Are you talking about the people that commented on UncleHammer's video? Are you talking about Pedrox's commentary? Are you talking about Hiro Kuchiki's 7's commentary? You should really elaborate on what you're saying.
I was referring to all of the above on that one, as well as the viewers that watched my commentary video.
Even though I knew what you meant when you said in the middle of critic reviews, you still could have used better wording such as mixed reviews or mixed feedback. I think that would have been better than right in the middle of critic reviews. But even then, you're still adding on to Pitrock56's argument, therefore makes what you've said completely pointless.
That was not pointless. I was adding some new testimonies to the subject featured at that part of the video.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. I can't believe a guy like you is acting like such a commentary cheater and doing the video half-assed. Just like that bastard Modern Dave.
Nope, you are not dreaming at all. You are definitely wide awake. I know I am.
I cut this part out of the video, but in the beginning he said that Pedrox takes most of the things the wrong way, yet you're taking that the wrong way. Unless if you're joking, which A, isn't funny, and B, there was no build-up for that joke to work.
Yes, that was a joke. And I wasn't taking anything the wrong way here. Also, there absolutely was a build-up for that joke to work. The build-up was when Pedrox said that he hoped he was dreaming about the fact that the UncleHammer's commentary video had mixed reception. And as I stated before, Speakonia doesn't have a sarcasm mode for the voices. But I really wish they did though.
Well, no shit, Modern Dave could tell you were joking, and no, there was no build-up for your joke to work. Making a joke based on one thing that someone said is not build-up.
A build-up is a response joke made as part of a sarcastic reply to someone else's initial joke. Which is exactly the kind of joke I made when I said to Pitrox56 that he was wide awake and not dreaming at all. So Mr. Douchebag, I'm sorry to say that your testimony against me on this part of the video was incorrect.
Also, I would like to point out that Mr. Douchebag said that it was no shit that Modern Dave could tell that David was joking. However, Modern Dave began that statement as if he believed my brother thought Pedrox was being dead serious about what he just said, and therefore taking Pedrox the wrong way. And then finally it was after that first sentence that Modern Dave assumed the possibility that my brother was only joking, and then claimed there was no build-up for his response joke. So I don't think Mr. Douchebag's so-called no-shit testimony had an importance of being there.
He would have had to have been repetitive with the phrase for it to work, but even then, your joke would have failed since you're using Speakonia, where everything you say is in monotone.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care either. Mr. Douchebag, it doesn't matter how much you try to mash Speakonia. You'll never convince us to quit using the program for our voices. Just give it up already. We'll make things work the best way we can.
This right here is a pretty good example as to how Mr. Douchebag's skip screens are even worse and not as clear as Modern Dave's skip screens. Just take a look at how fucking tiny the red text appears in this screen. I can just barely read what this douchebag is even saying. You know, this is one of the reasons why I hate skip screen so much in a commentary video. Why does it even matter to you if he is using an old picture of Morgan Freeman as his avatar? That's just how this guy wanted to make his commentary video.
Again, I love how you're taking what Pedrox is saying the wrong way, thus making you a hypocrite for what you said earlier. That was a joke.
Either way, it still sucks dick.
Well, at least it's still funnier than David's horrendously awful attempt at a joke.
Wow, that's got to be the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Thank you very much, Mr. Douchebag. Also, I would just like to point out that you marked down the wrong number at the bottom right of your fucking screen. Second, why does it matter whether or not he used Speakonia for his voiceover rather than using his real voice?
Well, A, it's annoying, and B, Speakonia isn't the best tool to use to convey emotions since it's coming from an app on your computer, and it isn't your voice, so people are left confused whether or not you're serious.
Well, I beg to differ on that statement.
Even though you yourself and the Uncle Hammer, might I add, said that Speakonia doesn't translate sarcasm very well. If Speakonia can't even translate something as simple as sarcasm, then what the fuck makes you think that it can translate any goddamn emotion whatsoever?
Speakonia can at least translate anger and frustration. Just listen to the way that I'm sounding right now.
Also, are you not going to elaborate more on how you beg to differ? How can you beg to differ when we're talking about a fucking app that speaks in monotone, for Christ's sake?
Why don't you try elaborating my ass? That should do you some good, Mr. Douchebag.
Why, thank you for explaining what most people with a fucking brain already knows.
Well, in that case, going by what you just stated, I guess this means PitRox56 doesn't have a fucking brain. Because if he has a brain, then why the hell would he even be surprised or shocked that the Uncle Hammer knew the video he was commentating on was uploaded 2 years earlier?
Because that was probably his initial reaction when he watched the video for the first time. Anyone with a fucking brain would have known that PitRock56 knew that the Uncle Hammer knew he did a commentary on an old-ass video. He was just questioning why the fuck the Uncle Hammer would do a fucking commentary on an old-ass video.
But if that was his initial reaction, then why doesn't PitRox just fucking say that? Better yet, if he already knew that the Uncle Hammer knew he was commentating on an old video, then how the fuck could he have a reaction like that anyway? He should have just asked why the Uncle Hammer was commentating on an old video, and nothing else.
Oh my god, I'm really getting fed up with these goddamn skits. This is such bullshit.
But if the video is old, then why commentate on it? What if the video is overdone? What if everything is brought up about the user and other commentaries on different videos that makes the commentary pointless to begin with? What if the user changed their views on the subject? What if the drama about said incident has ended? Do you see where I'm going with this?
Oh, I see where you're going with all of this. And you're lucky you're not going to hell. But anyway, none of those possibility factors you stated had occurred regarding the subject of the video.
Does it change the fact that nobody wants to see a commentary on a 2-year-old video? No, it doesn't. So really, it doesn't really matter if any of those possibilities have occurred or not.
Well, if it doesn't even matter, then why would modern Dave be questioning those possibility factors? What do you think, Uncle Hammer? What purpose did this old rent have that made doing a commentary on this video worth it?
Well, I figured it would be like a blast from the past. Something that should have been already done before. And as I once mentioned, prior to my commentary, for 2 whole years, no one on YouTube had ever done a commentary on this particular Rents video. And I will admit that I didn't even know about the video's existence until about a year ago. Also, I am sick and tired of people bitching about Ben the Looney being a dead topic. 'Cause he's not. As long as the video still remains, and as long as people are still posting comments on the video, then the topic is considered alive and well. 'Cause it's not like the drama about the subject has ended.
I am sorry, but that is a terrible reason to commentate on a video. There's a reason why Ben the Looney is considered a dead horse. Every flaw that you can think of has already been addressed and has been beaten to death. And if Ben is not going to take in the criticism anyway, then there's no point in commentating on Ben the Looney. Same could be said about anyone who fits into this category.
Why don't you show me proof that I wasn't original about my commentary? Come on, show me some proof that every point and statement that I made in my video had already been done before. And the evidence has to be from before March of 2013.
Well, if you don't agree with what he does, then why defend him?
Who's to say I don't agree with what the Uncle Hammer does? 'Cause I never said anything like that.
And thank God you didn't.
You said that you didn't know why the Uncle Hammer did the commentary on Ben the Looney. That's basically disagreeing with someone.
No, it's not. That's just me saying that his motive for doing so is unknown. If I were to disagree with what the Uncle Hammer does, I would have flat out fucking said it. Enough with the fucking skip screens already! And stop cutting out parts of the video. If I were Bruce Banner, I'd be turning into the Hulk right now. And then I would be smashing your shitty video to death. Well, either he was trying to respond to that by making his own joke, or he just didn't know that it was supposed to be a joke.
In other words, you've proved Pridrock's right, and you really didn't need to say anything.
I was actually being serious when I asked about the Frankenstein place, because I had never heard of it before, though I did try to throw in just a tiny bit of humor in that statement.
So Modern Dave, you're wrong. I did not prove Pidrock's right at all, and I needed to say something about it at this part.
No, David. Modern Dave is not wrong, since the Uncle Hammer still didn't know that it was supposed to be a joke when he made the commentary on Ben the Looney.
Oh yes, I did.
The Uncle Hammer even said himself that he was serious, which actually proves that both Modern Dave and Pitrock56 are completely right.
If you go back and watch the damn video, you would know that even though the Uncle Hammer was asking a serious question, he was also at least trying to show off a little bit of humor at the same time. What the fuck? 2 skip screens? That's double fucking whammy.
When is this horror going to end?
Wow. You really are inept to comedy. What Uncle Hammer said wasn't a joke. There was no indication that it was, so really, Pidrock's was right.
What do you think, Uncle Hammer? Was that statement you made meant to be a joke?
Of course it was. That joke statement was meant to be a build-up to what Ben had just said. Who does Modern Dave think he's fooling? Pidrock's was not right. He was wrong. Fuck them both.
Okay, see, this proves everyone's point that Speakonia is a terrible tool to use for commentary, since the audience is always confused on whether the commentator using Speakonia is serious or not. Also, how the fuck was anyone supposed to know that was a joke? Modern Dave is right. There was no indication that the joke was supposed to be a joke.
You don't find it unnatural or ironic for someone to immediately respond to someone that person is commentating on statement about some of his top 40 favorite things videos by the commentator, saying that they will go watch that video after doing the commentary? Because I find it quite unnatural and ironic.
It sounded like the Uncle Hammer was making a pointless statement.
That is your opinion. His opinion on this was probably somewhat different.
Okay, you are half right. Keyword being half. I'm pretty sure that Pidrock knows that what Uncle Hammer says was his opinion.
I can't believe how much of a fucking idiot this guy is.
If Pidrock knows it was his own opinion, then why would he be saying that as if it's some motherfucking fact? You really need to go and get educated.
The maturity level from both of you and the mentality shown here in your commentary screams preteens that are in middle school. So I don't think that either one of you are in any position to say that to Modern Dave. Besides, Modern Dave is either graduating high school this summer or has already graduated high school. So I think it's safe to say that he is way more educated than either one of you.
Well, I can do one better. I graduated from a Texas high school with a diploma back in 2000. And then I went to the University of Texas at Austin, where I earned my master's degree in computer science and graduated from there in 2004. I once worked at IBM from 2004 to 2009, so I actually have a higher graduation status than Modern Dave, especially considering that I'm like 12 years older than him. As for the Uncle Hammer, he graduated from a California high school in 2006. And then he went on to a community college, where he graduated from there in 2010. He currently works a job at his father's machine store, and gets paid $15 an hour. He works to support his girlfriend, as well as his 10-month-old son Danny. Holy shit! That makes 3 in a row! What the fuck, Mr. Douchebag? Well, he probably took that as Ben saying that comedy is a stupid movie genre. If you watched this video at least 5 times and paid close attention to it, you would know that Ben wasn't being specific enough about that part.
No, the two of you misunderstood that. What Uncle Hammer said was that Ben not liking comedies of the day is a bad sign. Payrox misunderstood that, thinking that Uncle Hammer thought that Ben says that all comedy sucks. Were you even paying attention? Because that was a pretty obvious problem with Payrox's video.
Well, actually, the Uncle Hammer was pretty much believing that Ben felt like he wanted to tear apart the entire comedy film genre. Payrox was pretty much the only one that misunderstood at this part.
1, shouldn't the Uncle Hammer be making that statement instead of you? But then again, the Uncle Hammer's only purpose in this video is to be David the Ranter's sidekick for the video and not much else.
Well, actually, I was pretty much believing that Ben wanted to tear apart the entire comedy film genre. Payrox was pretty much the only one who misunderstood at this part. There. Is that good enough proof for you?
Who says we need to elaborate all the time?
2, I call bullshit on that since the Uncle Hammer only said that's not a good sign. And the Uncle Hammer isn't the one stating this. You are.
Who says we need to elaborate all the time?
3, if what you say is true, which I doubt it is, then Pitrock56 would have had a valid point here. Also, I really don't understand how the Uncle Hammer could get confused with Ben talking about all comedies with modern comedies when the video was a rant on modern film. Again, I call bullshit on this claim.
You call bullshit, but I call horseshit. So, My god, this is worse than all those audio skips that Ben the Looney once had in his videos. I'm about to lose my cool here.
Dude, why are you getting so mad over Modern Dave cutting out parts of the video? 90% of the video being cut out is Ben the Looney segments anyway, so it's not like he's cutting out any of your segments out of the commentary.
But the thing is, just the fact that he's cutting out any part of the video makes him look like he's half-fasting the fucking video. Which he is. First of all, he obviously thought Ben the Looney was speaking from fact rather than just his own opinions, since he had a known history of doing that. Second, when you said that it's their opinion, whether he likes it or not, you were telling the Uncle Hammer something he already knew about.
You mean like how you said that there are worse commentaries than the one Uncle Hammer did, even though Payrox already knows that?
Payrox has proven to us that he does not know that. If he fucking knew that shit, he wouldn't have said most of the stuff he said about the Uncle Hammer's video. Trust me, I know. You dumbass.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you prove that Pitrock56 doesn't know that there are worse commentaries out there? If not, then you need to just fuck off.
Folks, what can I say? Okay, I'm gonna say it. This commentary is awful. Incredibly awful. It had bad points, some text that pisses you off, and just some bullshit that makes no sense at all. How can it get mixed reception? There couldn't possibly be a commentary worse than this one. None at all.
And again, your immaturity is really showing right now by calling Modern Dave a bunch of names.
Fuck acting mature. I'm an angry renter dude. Kind of like James Rolfe. And you know what? Modern Dave has proven to me that he absolutely deserves to be called a bunch of names. They describe who he really is. Just like calling you Mr. Douchebag describes who you really are. A douchebag. Although I could barely read Mr. Douchebag's small red text, I did discover that he thought the Uncle Hammer said that he thought gross humor was just as hilarious as weak jokes. Well, just to clear things up, what the Uncle Hammer actually said was that he thought gross humor was just as hilarious as clean humor, not weak humor. So there you go. I'm gonna. Fuck it, I guess I'll just move on with a video instead of showing the clip again. Mr. Douchebag, consider yourself lucky. Dude, he was using the Bully Madison media clip in order to make it look as if Adam Sandler himself was responding to Ben's opinion on him.
One, technically that was Billy Madison, not Adam Sandler, in context for him.
Well, he's played by Adam Sandler, so why should that even matter? What's the difference? And what is there technical about it that is required to be present?
And two, either way, the joke wasn't funny.
Cause I'm sure Adam would personally be pissed if somebody was talking about him in a negative way like that. And I believe what the Uncle Hammer was trying to say was that Ben can have his own opinions, but that doesn't mean they're not going to point out his flaws. Which indicates that in actuality, the Uncle Hammer totally respects Ben the Looney's opinions on the things he has to say.
But that clip Uncle Hammer used was telling Ben to shut up about what he has to say about Adam Sandler in a negative way. That isn't respecting his opinion. That makes him an asshole.
You need to
Wow, real fucking mature, Uncle Hammer.
Ah! How do you like the battle stitch war? Who are you calling an asshole?
Well, to answer your question, he's calling a joke an asshole, which you are.
Are you talking about the joke, or are you talking about the Uncle Hammer? I'm really confused as shit right now.
Also, I'm sick and tired of people claiming that I was using the clip to make myself look as if I was telling them to shut up. Folks, I'm gonna tell you this once and for all, so pay attention. I used that clip to make it look as if Adam Sandler was telling them to shut up about what he had to say about him. Not myself.
Dude, you were basically telling Ben to shut up about what he had to say by using that clip. It doesn't matter if it was you yourself or it was Adam Sandler saying it. I don't care what fucking excuse you use. It doesn't change the fact that you were basically telling Ben to shut up, and it never fucking will. I'm sorry, but that's life. Deal with it.
That's got to be the worst fucking thing you could ever say to a human being. But anyway, I can clearly see that the Uncle Hammer is just simply using the media clip to give the audience the theme that Adam Sandler himself is telling Ben the Looney to shut up about what he had to say about him in a negative way. I'm sorry, I don't mean to repeat the same thing the Uncle Hammer said, but basically you're repeating what modern Dave was saying about the Uncle Hammer using the clip from Billy Madison against Ben the Looney. And you guys just don't fucking listen.
Boy, what did I tell you about using a media clip to a 20-year-old? You go into your room right now. I'll just feed the cows myself, since you used a media clip in front of a 20-year-old cow. Now go into your room now, you son of a bitch.
Who the fuck do you think you are, a retarded Texan? But I will admit that joke was actually pretty funny, even though it didn't even make any sense.
Actually, yeah, it does. Ben's a little cow, Uncle Hammer is a moron that feeds little cows, and Pidrox is a father that scolds the moron's son.
I'm sorry, asshole, but I had never heard of that joke when I made this commentary.
Well, at least I've heard of the joke.
And you claim that Pidrox doesn't pay attention. Moron.
Motherfucker.
I agree. Modern Dave is an even bigger moron.
Wait, so you're basically saying that both you and David are morons? Well, at least I agree with you on something in this commentary for
Ha ha ha! In your fucking dreams, douchebag.
one. But joking aside though, you both are fucking idiots. Also, I thought you knew this wasn't a personal attack on you.
Of course I knew this wasn't a personal attack on me. And I don't take this as a personal attack on me either. There's nothing personal here that is or can be violated. Just like what I said before.
But then again, it doesn't really matter since you were making personal attacks on David throughout the entire commentary. Hypocrite.
I am not a hypocrite. And you are so full of shit. That may be true, but apparently this guy didn't think so. Perhaps the Uncle Hammer thought Ben needed much better reasonings for disliking Adam Sandler. So that's just his own opinions and thoughts again.
Yes, Because telling someone to get a life and playing 2 clips that make him look more like a tool without even elaborating on why Ben is wrong is apparently elaborating.
Besides, you telling Ben that he needs to get a life because, well, his reasons for hating Adam Sandler were bad.
You sort of remind me of Goofy right now.
And you need to say that because...
Because Kid Rocks sounded just like Goofy when he made that retarded sounding laugh.
What he was getting at was that your statement was pointless and didn't need to be in the video, and you didn't even answer his question on why you needed to say that.
Go back and watch the video again, you fucking moron.
When the fuck are these skipping screens going to end? I swear to God, if I see one more skip screen, I'm gonna go apeshit on this video. As much as that statement made me laugh, all I have to say is to let it go. If this guy really wants to use a media clip, then you should let him use the damn clip.
But if somebody uses a joke that isn't theirs to begin with and has been done to death before and are considered stale and unfunny, that does get annoying. Besides, if I get a dime for every time that joke from Scrubs plays in a commentary, I have enough to get a meal at Wendy's.
UncleHammer, did you know that the clip from Scrubs you used had been done many times before?
Nope, not at all. I had only seen one other person ever use that clip in a video.
One, you didn't debunk his argument, and that was a fucking waste of everyone's time since you didn't even elaborate with your answer.
What more do you fuckers want from me? That should have been enough and worthy of everyone's time.
2, does it really change the fact that using media clips constantly are fucking annoying? No, it doesn't.
We are not here to be changing facts. We are here to testify against a flawed commentary.
Well, refer to what I said earlier, as I am not repeating myself either.
Well, here's what he said earlier.
Whoa, goddamn. That part with Ben raising his voice scared the shit out of me.
No, you dumbass.
That's not what I was talking about. I was telling Kid Rocks to refer to what I said earlier about how he should just let the UncleHammer use the media clip he wanted to use, despite the fact that it was not his original joke and had been done many times before.
Dude, calm your tits. He was making a fucking joke. I think this proves Modern Dave's point that you are taking everything too seriously.
I knew it was a fucking joke, but I just wanted to make everything clear with all the viewers. Okay, but how do you know whether or not if he watched that part before saying that? Cause maybe he already did, but felt like he didn't get enough information out of it.
But here's the thing. If Ben does explain why the Oscars are bad, that would make UncleHammer's argument null and void. And if UncleHammer did know that Ben elaborated, then what he said was pointless. You're a bad White Knighter, you know that?
Well, sadly, Ben did not elaborate on why the Oscars were not needed. Otherwise, I wouldn't have asked him why.
For one thing, they really shouldn't be needed because it's not fair that certain movies get awards because it's judged by an academy of people that think they know what they're doing. That's not fair because that's just their opinion. Just because you think it's the best doesn't mean others might think that. Heck, a lot of movies that have won Oscars I've hated, and I'm not the only one. Plus, a lot of times awards are given to movies that haven't even been seen by the public yet. I don't see how that's fair. You give the Best Picture award to a movie, but nobody knows what it is. That's real smart. Plus, the Oscars must have lost a card game with Pixar to have them dominating the animated scene. Not to mention, after awards are given to movies, nobody cares because they're looking forward to next year's nomination. In my opinion, Oscars are just used to give publicity to movies that the Academy feels that we should see. Well, screw you, Academy. I'll watch whatever movies I'm interested in. I don't care if it's about an Indian guy winning money. I don't care if it's about some soldier in Iraq. I don't care if it's about some king with a stuttering problem. I want to be entertained and not bored.
Yeah, You just proved Modern Dave's point there, buddy. Next time, please pay more attention. Thank you.
I was paying attention this whole damn time, and what you just showed to me did not prove jack shit. All I saw was them the loony bitching about the Oscars.
Oh my god. Is this bullshit never going to end? Well, is it? I never even heard of that guy. Since I don't know him, I have no idea exactly how bad something could possibly be if it's worse than his work.
Well, if you don't know the guy, then why don't you look him up? It's simple as that.
Not if he has such a long-ass username that's very hard to even remember. By the way, this is who I was talking about earlier in the video.
Well, that's a piss poor excuse. And like Modern Dave said, if you don't know a user on fucking YouTube, then look him up. Don't be a fucking lazy ass.
But if I can't even remember his username, then how the fuck do you expect me to look this bastard up? How can I possibly research him if I have absolutely no idea exactly what to type in the search bar? Since his username is so much of a mouthful. And this statement you made is downright pointless, because all you did was add to what Modern Dave said. There was no point in what you just said.
God, does common sense just escape you?
Well, with what I've learned today, it appears that common sense has escaped you too.
Screw the rest of this video, I'm skipping to the end.
That's it. I've had it with these goddamn skits. I'm about to go totally insane right now.
We are done. Folks, what can I say? Okay, I'm gonna say it. This commentary is awful! Incredibly awful!
Incredibly awful? Dude, I've seen videos 100 times worse than this one. It couldn't possibly be that bad.
You know, for somebody that uses the opinion card, you really don't keep that in mind.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It means you're a goddamn hypocrite. Plain and simple as that.
Ha ha, it is to laugh.
You know, you're someone that keeps informing me that I need to elaborate and explain things in my commentary, and yet you just said that you're skipping a part of the video just because you can, and without any other reason. Who's the hypocrite now?
God, this was a chore to sit through.
And so is doing this commentary on you.
And I can say the same about your pathetic commentary.
We are not here to be changing facts. We are here to testify against a flawed commentary.
Most of your points you've said were either proving Pidrock's right, repeating what UncleHammer said, which were horrible, or were just pointless to begin with.
No, asshole, you're wrong. Deal with it. All of my points in this video were 100% original and valid. And no, there wasn't jack shit in this video that made me prove Pidrock's 56 correct. None at all.
Yeah, no. Your points were not valid, and you pretty much did prove Pitrock 56 right by repeating everything that the UncleHammer said.
And now you just said the same exact thing Modern Dave was saying. What a hypocritical debate this has been.
Not to mention that you made yourself look like an idiot, and the video dragged out for so long.
Oh my fucking god. Why was it such a big deal to you that the whole video was more than half an hour long? Nobody really gives a flying fuck.
Because your original commentary was boring and redundant as fuck, that's why.
Mr. Douchebag, refer to what I said earlier. It's in your opinion that my original commentary was quote-unquote redundant as fuck.
But I think the biggest problem with this video is that there wasn't that much wrong with Pidrock's video.
Oh yes, there was. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even made this commentary.
Okay, let's be honest here. The only reason you made that commentary was because you were butthurt over the fact that Pitrock 56 shat over your precious idol.
Look, the UncleHammer may seem like a hero to people on YouTube, or at least he believes he is, since he enjoys standing up to jerks on this site, but I do not refer to him as my idol. The real reason why I did that first commentary was because I had always wanted to do a commentary on Pit Rocks 56 and point out flaws in one of his videos. And even though my main purpose on YouTube was to do rant videos about bullshit in this world that I really despise the most in life, I thought I would start off with a hatred-themed commentary on Pit Rocks 56. I originally wanted to do one on one of his older videos, from back when he had that high-pitched voice, but then I found his commentary on TheUncleHammer, which was brand new at the time. And after watching the video, I decided to commentate on this video instead.
I will say that this video could have been polished up a lot more and edited out a lot of stuff, but that's about it. If you are going to return doing commentaries, then I suggest revisiting what you're saying so you won't look like an idiot, and don't make videos that exceed over half an hour long.
Well, screw you, Modern Dave. At least on that part. This isn't 2007. YouTube doesn't give a flying fuck if the video is that long. And neither do I.
With that said, this is Modern Dave, and I can't wait until next week. Entering adulthood will be so much fun.
Well, I guess that indicates that Modern Dave was still a minor when he did this foolish commentary.
Oh my god, you are one of the biggest hypocrites that I've seen on YouTube in recent memory. Okay, dude, really? You are a fucking preteen. You are a minor. You are in no position to say that.
For your information, Poindexter, I was born in 1982. I grew up as a Texas kid in the late 20th century. Also, I forgot to mention this, but today is actually my 32nd birthday. I haven't been a preteen in 20 years, and I haven't been a minor in 14 years. So tell me again, how am I in no position to say that?
And that's the end of the commentary. Okay, do I really need to explain what the problems with David's commentary was? Do I really need to? I don't think so, so I'll just leave it at that, since David's commentary pretty much speaks for itself.
Well, I don't see anything really wrong with my commentary, so basically you should have nothing to say. How about you, Alex? Do you see anything wrong with a commentary?
Nope, nothing at all. You should be all set, David.
And I do apologize if the video did end up being 40 minutes long, but hey, I hope you found it entertaining and informative, and I will see you guys next time. And until then, this is Dirtbikeredden signing off.
And finally, we come to the end of the video. Oh my fucking god! In my opinion, this commentary was horrendous. Mr. Douchebag really was a douchebag. You know, when I did my commentary video on Modern Dave, I never thought, nor did I ever expect, that some jackass would actually do a commentary response to my video. I really thought my video was to the point and gave that asshole Modern Dave what he really deserved. The problems that I have with Mr. Douchebag's commentary is just the fact that just like Modern Dave, he acts like he knows everything about the video and its points. He too has a serious problem with doing the commentary half-assed, and claims to have legit points as to why the circumstances were present. I really hate how he kept bitching about us using Speakonia for portraying our voices. I don't give a shit if he thinks it's garbage. I refuse to cease use of the program.
No asshole commentator is gonna force me to shut down operations of Speakonia. None at all. Even if that commentator wasn't an asshole, that still wouldn't stop me from living my life the way I choose to live it. I'm a free bird, and no one's gonna change that about me.
Well, I hope we've seen the end of this commentary debate. 'Cause I am done with doing this commentary bullshit for now. The next time you see David the Ranter, it will be in a rant video about something in life that I really hate the most. In conclusion, I would like to send a shout out to Pit Rocks 56, stop being such a cowardly commentator. Quit hiring other people to do your commentary shit for you and just make the commentary yourself. And if you don't have the time and patience, then just don't even bother with making that commentary video. To Modern Dave, quit acting like a complete know-it-all towards my videos and quit doing commentaries half-assed. I don't care what kind of bullshit excuse you have for doing so, just don't skip parts of the video. To Mr. Douchebag, go fuck yourself. And just like what I said to Modern Dave, quit skipping parts of the video and quit doing the commentary half-assed. I don't care if you think this makes it boring and redundant as fuck, just don't skip any parts of the video. Also, make sure the viewers know the difference between just your opinion and dead-on facts. Well, I will say this. Even though I really don't give a flying fuck about the fact that this video is a whole hour long, I will at least apologize to the viewers if they complain that the video was way too long. Hopefully you all just paused the video and came back to it when you had to go off to do something important. And doing this commentary was a lot of hard work, especially considering that I performed this commentary on my birthday. Though having to do some really big parts of this video was perhaps the worst birthday present ever. I wanted to do this commentary for some time, and I'm glad I finally got to do so. And I'm glad that I got to have my brother Alex help me out with doing this video, as well as the UncleHammer again. Well folks, we hope you at least enjoyed this special multi-degree I Hate commentary. This is David the Ranter.
And Alex the Ranter.
I'm the UncleHammer.
Signing out. Goodbye for now.